Good morning. Good morning, good morning. Who's out there? I'm back. Forgot to shut my door. How are we all this morning? Chilly again? Hello, hello, hello. All right. Good morning, Diane. How are you? Morning, Joan. Ready to go? So I believe we're going to have a few new people popping in today, which is great. So for those people, if you want to let me know you're out there, that's appreciated. You can either use a live chat and pop your name in like Joan's done, or you can shoot me a text message like Diane did by using my phone number at the back there, 0409 688 279. Morning, Annette. How are you? It just lets me know who's joining us. Morning, Hanny. Morning, Sandra. So today is our strength training Pilates, which means, phone just shut down. Where are we? Which means we're going to be using elastics and weights for a little bit more than, good morning, Amanda, a little bit more than you may be used to. So we'll do some stuff standing, work on posture and a little bit of strength at the top, and then we'll come down onto the floor and you'll get to do some average Mat Pilates exercises, but adding in the elastic or the weights. So make sure you've got equipment. That will be necessary today. The elastic. Now, there's lots of different types of elastics that you can get. Oops, knocked myself out with it. Somewhere in one of my drawers, I got a sworn I put my elastics when they don't seem to be there anymore. Okay, so you can have a few different types. The one that I prefer are the ones with the handles, okay? Purely because it just makes it a little easier to hold on to when you're doing certain exercises. For some people, holding on to just the elastic can actually make your hand cramp a little bit. Okay, so the handle just makes that a little easier. However, it doesn't matter if you don't have handles on the end of your elastics, okay? It doesn't matter if you have the flat physio style elastics either. They'll still do the same thing. And then you have your circular elastics. So they're fine as well. And each exercise, some of them are a little bit easier. So when we have the elastic underneath the foot, sometimes those flat ones can be a little bit easier because they sit flat to your foot, and you can also make them wide so you've got more surface area. Whereas when you use something like this behind your foot, it can sometimes roll a little bit and move around. So we do need to be aware of how our elastic is traveling as we do the exercises, okay? So keep an eye on your elastic, feel where it's at, but you should be feeling where your body's at all times and everything that you're using. So that includes when you're using weights, you know, whether you're gripping them too tightly, whether you're flicking your wrists in certain movements, all of those sorts of things we need to be aware of. So if you've just clocked on, if you would like to let me know who you are, that would be appreciated. You can pop your name in the live chat. You can shoot me a text message. My phone number's on the board at the back there, 0409 688 279. You just shoot me your name and say, hi, I'm such and such. That's all. I don't need any more than that right now. Yes, so elastics and weights. There will be an exercise that we're going to do on the floor where the handles are a great idea because we'll be putting our foot inside of the elastic, okay? But again, it is possible to do that with other elastics as well. Good morning, Irene. Nice to meet you. How are you? So yeah, you'll get to try some different things out. I'll give you a moment as we get to those spots because if you have a flat elastic, you obviously have nowhere to stick your foot, so you'll have to go through the centre. So depending as well on how tight your elastic is, and depends on how much movement you can get out of it. And you'll see as we go along how some elastics can be easier than other elastics, but I do find this is the most versatile. If you want my opinion, I'm just going to give it. Okay, so we will start in a moment. I'll just give a few more people a chance to pop in. Yeah, so we're going to get warm. Now, unfortunately, for those that aren't aware, I don't have a music system at this stage set up to go through my laptop. Or can you find any decent copyright-free music out there? It's all, what do I keep getting told? It sounds like wind chimes all the time. Doesn't matter what I look for. It always sounds like wind chimes. So if you have any music at your end and you want to put it on, feel free to. You don't need anything hardcore. Some people prefer to have the music a little bit faster. Some people prefer it a little bit slower. It's up to you, whatever you like. I mean, I will put something on at this end, but you probably won't be able to hear it. All right, so make sure you have an elastic or a resistance band or a TheraBand or whatever you want to call it. Rope, that's another word I've heard for it. And also some weights. Your weights do not need to be too heavy. We are going to work biceps and triceps and shoulders and backs. So you may even, if you've used weights before, you may even want to have a couple of sets for different movements. Up to you. I've just got 1.5, so that's all I'm using. It's all I ever use. It really depends on what you want to do. If you've got any issues with your shoulders or your necks and stuff, I recommend not using anything too heavy because it will just irritate it and make it worse. We don't want that. Okay, well, now that it's 5 minutes past, I'm going to play something out of my speaker. See, you can't hear it, can you? But I can. All right, so we're going to get started. We're going to start standing up. So just pop your equipment on the floor, stand up behind your mat or your space wherever you're working. Oh. And stand up nice and tall. So we're just going to warm up our bodies, get it moving, stretch it out. So I want you to stand as tall as you can, feet roughly hip distance apart, and just roll the shoulders gently back. And once more. Good. Now take a deep breath in and bring the arms up. And a deep breath out, bring the arms down. Let's do that again, breathing in and out. Good, let's go the other way now. You're going to breathe in up the side. I want you to try and keep your shoulders and arms relaxed. And as we move, we're going to gently draw the belly button back towards the spine. Now, a warning for everyone, make sure you can breathe. Reach to the ceiling. And now the other side, stretch. Good, take your arms out to the side now, shoulders down, and we're going to do a little twist. And then round to the other side, just to get that spine moving. Slowly round through the waistline, so try to keep the hips facing forward. And back to the center. Good, drop your arms down by your side, keep them relaxed. Now I want you to drop your chin to your chest. As you breathe out, you're going to slowly roll as far as you can. You want the arms and shoulders relaxed here. Belly button gently drawing back as you breathe in and then slowly unroll. Try to keep the arms and shoulders relaxed the whole time. Breathe in, deep breath out, roll it down as far as you can. Breathe in at the bottom and breathe out, roll it back up. Let's do one more of those. Deep breath in, chin to the chest, deep breath out, and hang. Breathe in at the bottom, belly button back, breathe out, and stand nice and tall. Good. Okay, let's grab our elastic now. So we're just going to hold it about shoulder distance apart. So what I tend to do is hold the ends of it and then take the center. Okay, so it's about shoulder distance. So if you let your arms hang down by your side, where they land, that's where you want it. Now we want the elastic to be firm. I don't want you stretching it, nor do I want it relaxed. Okay, just a nice firm elastic there. Okay, shoulders relaxed. Take the elastic up above your head, and we're going to just gently push the arms back. So if I turn side on so you can see, it's just the arms and shoulders moving. Gently back 5 times. Belly button to the spine so we're not arching. And hold. Good. From here, we're going to go over to the side. You should try and keep your arms up for this one. So what I mean by that is don't let your arms drop. Keep them up. Let's go one more to each side. And last one. And back to the top. Okay, let's open the chest again, gently pushing the arms and shoulders back. 1 and 2. Feel a little stretch in the front of the shoulders. Last one. Good. Now we're going to bring the arms forward, a little lower than your shoulders. Nice long arms. Roll the shoulders forward and back. Forward and back. So you can feel we're working on posture here. Upper body, getting those shoulders into position. Take this back and down. Good. Little twist to the side now. Arms are still right in front of you and your hips are facing forward. Let's go to the other side. And again, around, belly button back. Standing nice and tall. And back to the front. Good. Let's take the elastic down now. We're going to stretch it this time, keeping everything connected. I want you to pull the arms and shoulders back. Stretch that elastic against your legs. And then bend your knees. Stretch and bend. Stretch and bend. Good. When you do the bend, make sure those shoulders don't roll forward again. Belly button back. Proud chest. Open chest. Pull and small bend. If it's hurting your knees, then don't go as deep in your bend. And let's do one more. Pulling back and bend. Bring the arms forward. Okay, we're going to roll through the feet. So make sure your shoulders are down. Little bend in those elbows. Get those legs moving. Get those feet moving. That's it. Okay, let's rise up on both feet and down. Rise and down. You can feel the arms working as well, so just make sure those shoulders don't start to lift. Belly button back, lift and lift. Couple more, up and up. Rolling through the feet again. One heel at a time. Now when you tap that heel, you tap gently, and I want you to sink into your hips. None of this wiggling. Keep pulled up. No extra pressure in those hips necessary. Good. All right. And both feet down. All right, take the elastic down now. Give your arms a little shake. We're going to let go of the center, so you're just holding onto the ends of the elastic. And I want you to step into the center of it. Okay, now this exercise does use the core and your ab muscles, so as well as your arms. You're going to bring the elastic up in front of you. Make it nice and firm here, okay? Firm enough that you can keep your shoulders down, chest open, and think about your posture. Bend your knees and stand. Bend your knees and stand. Now draw the belly button back gently. Make sure you're breathing. As you stand, that extra stretch you get in that elastic as you stand is going to work through those core muscles and your lower abs. Lift and lift. Let's do 3 more. 3 and 2 and 1. Good. We're going to bend both knees. Now make sure they're not touching. We're going to bend those elbows. So we've got roughly 90-degree angle there. Okay. If your elastic's a bit short or it's a little bit tight and you can't do that, you just open the elbows a little bit more. Okay. We're going to push the arm forward, keeping that same angle. I've moved from the shoulder. If you see how I'm doing it, my elbow is not moving. So even if I had it longer, it wouldn't be moving. Okay, let's change arms. 5, belly button back. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do the first arm again. 5, 4, work from the shoulder. 3, belly button back. 2, and 1. Other arm. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more. 5. Good. And stand. Bring the arms in front. Nice firm elastic. Shoulders down. Bend the knees and stand. 1. Now watch that you're not doing this, okay? I see that a lot in my classes. We need to lift out of the hips and lift. Focus on squeezing that butt instead. And squeeze. And squeeze. 3 more. 3 and 2 and 1 and release. Okay, we're going to stay inside of the elastic like this. Chest is open and we're going to do some bicep curls. So we're just going to curl up, keeping the elbows in at your side. Good. All right, now just have a look. Make sure that you're not flicking those wrists. If you see the difference, no flick and flick. As soon as you add that flick in, those bicep muscles, those arm muscles, they don't work as hard anymore because you've changed the angle. 5 and 4 and 3. Keep the belly button gently back. 2, 1 more. Good. All right, bend those knees again. Now, instead of pushing forward, we're going to take the elbow back. Again, you can see I've got that same angle in my elbow. Push back. Push back. Now, I don't want you to twist the body, just the arm. 1 more, and let's change sides. And 5, push the elbow back. 4, 3, 2, don't rush it. 1, other side, elbow, and 2, 3, 4, 5. Takes a little more thinking about this one. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Standing tall. Open up. Let's curl again. 1 and 2, 3, 4. It's getting harder to pull it up. 6, just go as far as you can. 7, we don't want it to start pulling on that elbow. 1 more. And gently down. Good, give it a shake. So if you do ever feel that pull through here, then you need to make sure your movement is a little smaller. Let's just step out of that elastic for a moment. What I want you to do is put one end on the floor, like that. You're going to take your right leg and you're going to stand on the end of the elastic. Your right hand is going to hold the other end. Okay? Now you're going to take your right elbow up nice and high. Get it as close to your head as you can. So if I turn around, you can actually see that my hand is sitting by my neck. All right, I'm standing up nice and tall. Don't let everything go. Belly button back. And you're going to stretch to the ceiling. Now, is that tight enough? Because if you want to make it a little tighter, then you just step further in on your elastic and make it shorter. Okay, elbow high, hand at the neck. Right, belly button back. Let's stretch up and bend the elbow, still high. And stretch and bend. Stretch and bend. Good. Keep it going. Keep it going. We're going to feel it start to warm up right here. 5 and 4, 3 and 2 and 1. Okay, take your other hand. I want you to sit it on top. Both elbows as high as you can get them now. And stretch. Elbows high, bend. Stretch. Elbows high, bend. 3 and 4 and 5. Feel it warming. 6, 7. This is my favorite one. 8, 9. One more. 10. Now for those that can, you're going to go once more, one more set of 10 with one arm. Reach. And 2. Now it's really warm. 3 and 4. If it's not tight enough. 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep that belly button back. 9, 10. Now when you come down and around gently. Good. Okay, so what I'm going to do is put my other foot on the end now and pop it on that side. Okay, the reason I have the same foot and the same arm is because it stops me from getting tangled in my elastic. So it's behind you. That elbow's as high as you can get it. If you've got any shoulder issues, it might be out here. That's fine. You work to your limitations. Stretch up. 1, belly button back. And 3, standing tall. 4, anyone not feeling it? 5, 6, 7, keep that elbow up. 8, 9, and 10. Here we do doubles. And 1, elbows high. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now it's warming right up. Good. Let's do singles again if you did before. Stretch. 2, 3, 4. Might be harder on this side. 6, 7. Keep the elbow up. 8, 9. One more. Good. Bring it down and around gently. Good. Give those arms a shake. Well done. Okay, let's step back inside that elastic and let's do a little bit of leg work now. Okay, I'm just going to bend my elbows. Okay, keep it nice and strong. Don't let it pull on your wrists. Take it lower if you need to. Tuck the belly button back. You can always have your arms down by your side if there's enough tension. Okay, we're going to push that right leg out against the elastic and bring it in. Out. Now, the harder you push, the harder the elastic's going to push back against you. Keep pulled up. Let's do 5 more. 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Change to the other side and lift. 2. Keep the belly button back. 3. Pelvic floor lifted. 5 and 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Good. All right. Bring the arms back in front like before. Remember, there's a little gap between you and your arms and your elastic. You're going to bend your knees. Now, when you stand, you're going to face your right foot. Don't turn your whole body, just your foot, where your toes are. So it's not a big movement, okay? So face this way, you can see better. You come down in the middle, right foot. Down in the middle, left foot. Down in the middle, right foot. Don't lean back. Pull up tall. Squeeze your bum. Squeeze your bum. Squeeze and squeeze. Let's go 4 more. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Bend in the middle. Release. Okay, chest open, shoulders back, pushing out. 1, 2, 3. Keep it small. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Change legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and release. Okay, step out. Pop your elastic down. We'll use it again later when we get to the floor. Give your arms a little shake, your hands as well if you need to, and we're going to grab our weights. So gently, carefully pick up your weights. We're going to do some squats with our weights. So you're going to take your feet out, your toes are forward. You're going to think about your movements. Belly button is gently back, and as you bend your knees, you're going to bring those arms in, close to your body, okay? If they're out here, we start to roll the shoulders. You've hinged at the hips when you come up down, then you stand tall. Bend and stand tall. Bend. Now, it's really important when you're using weights that you don't swing your arms around, okay? We're not trying to pull on those elbows. It's a controlled movement. I'm back to front now. Controlled movement. And I'm not even straightening my arms completely. There's still a small bend in them. Let's do 3, 2, and hold. Okay, belly button's back, chest is open. We're going to do 5 little pulses here. And then we're going to stand nice and tall. Good. Let's do 10 more. If your knees are getting sore, make sure they're nice, small squats, okay? You don't need to go down super low. 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep the chest open. 6, 7, 8, 9. We're going to hold the next one. We're going to take the arms down. Now I'm just going to come up a little bit and lean forward slightly more, okay? Belly button is back, supporting you. Arms down. Elbows pull back past the rib cage towards the ceiling and down. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and hold. Elbows are pulled in. Lengthen the back of your neck. Look down at the floor and stretch the arms back. 1, 2, 3. Again, they don't need to be completely straight. 5, 6, 7, belly button back. 8, 9, and 10. And up. Good. Okay, I got back into those triceps a little bit. Let's turn the feet out now. Tuck the tailbone under and take the hands up onto the shoulders. We're going to bend the knees as we push those arms up and then bring it all in. And down and in. Now, try to keep your back up. Try not to lean forward, okay, because it's going to put a lot of pressure in your shoulders when your arms are up. Keep the belly button back and the tailbone tucked under. So as you come up, I want you again to think about squeezing your bum. And squeeze. And squeeze. 3 and 2 and hold. All right, open the chest, arms out to the side. Belly button back, knees pull back over the toes. Pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And up. Let's try it again. 1 and 2 and 3. If the knees are hurting, you've gone too deep, remember. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one. 10. All right, we're going to bring the arms in front of us this time. All right, I'll turn slightly so you can see what I'm doing. Keeping your elbows bent. You're going to open the chest. Okay, I don't want you to swing to back too far. Just out to the sides. I can still see the weights in the corner of my eye. And in. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and up. Good. Okay. Give your legs a little shake. You should be feeling those arms starting to work. So just gently roll them. Remember, you've got weights in your hands. Okay. We're going to pop the weights down now at the end of the mat so that we can use them again after. Give your arms a good shake. We're going to come down to the floor. So to do that, we start by standing at the end of the mat. We roll the shoulders back a couple of times. Drop the chin to the chest. Deep breath out and roll down. Now breathe in, touch the floor, reach it properly. Keep those hips as high as you can as you walk yourself out into your plank. Now, if you need to come down on your knees, you do so. If you need to come down on your elbows, you do so. Wherever you are, you think about your posture, shoulders back, chest open, belly button back, tuck your bum under, give it a squeeze. And hold. There should be no pressure in that lower back at all. If you need to be on your knees, you can do. I want you where you can feel the lower abs starting to switch on, starting to tighten, and there's no pressure in your back at all. If you've got bad shoulders at all or a bad neck, you might want to come down onto your knees to take that pressure out. Like I said before, if you've got bad wrists, come down onto your elbows. Now, the hardest plank you can do, of all the planks you can do in this position, the hardest one is elbows and feet. It's the one we see the most on YouTube and the internet, but this is the hardest one. If you feel any pressure in your lower back, don't do it. Okay? No plank should cause pressure in the back. If you need to stop, make sure that you do. You don't need to hold it for a long time. You've been going for a minute now. That went super quick. Must be all the talking I'm doing. So the plank needs to suit you, okay? My opinion, you do not need to do a 5-minute plank. It's not necessary. There are other exercises that are a lot more enjoyable than a plank and will still work your back, your shoulders, your tummy without having to sit for 5 minutes in a plank. Boring. Great for a challenge, great for a world record, but then you have to go a lot longer than 5 minutes. What was it, 8 hours or something recently? You've got about 20 seconds left if you want to hold it to 2 minutes. That's as far as I'm going to go with these ones because we do have other exercises to get through. And that's it. So slowly come down to the floor. I want you to stretch back into child's pose now. Okay, now we're going to come onto all fours. So make sure that your wrists aren't too sore. I want you to grab your weights to start with and come onto all fours. Now, if your hands don't fit underneath your weights like this, then just have one in your hand, okay, and the other hand flat on the floor because we're only going to use one arm at a time. Your positioning, little gap between the knees and your wrists underneath your shoulders. Your back should be nice and flat. So let's start at the top. Look down at the floor, straight down. Shoulders back, chest open. Don't sink into your shoulders. Keep lifted. Tailbone tucked under gently. If you overdo it, you arch your back. So just a gentle movement. Belly button is gently glued to the spine. We're going to take that right arm off the floor. We're going to pull that elbow up past the rib cage without twisting the body and take it down. Shoulders face the floor. 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep going. 6, 7. That's it. 8, 9, and 10. Now you can feel that in the opposite shoulder. Make sure you keep that posture. Let's change sides. 1, 2, shoulders back. 3, stay strong. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Now we've got a weight in our hand. We're going to do opposite arm and leg extending out. Because we have a weight in our hand, I want you to make sure that elbow is bent. Little lift if you can balance and bring it in. Same side. Right arm, left leg. Out again. Small lift if you can balance. Lift. Now, If you lift that leg too high, you are going to topple forward. Do it slowly. Now let's change sides. 1, in, 2, in, belly button back, in, working into those shoulders. See, we don't need to do a 5-minute plank. Good, change sides. 1, in, 2, in, 3, 4, 5. Change sides. 1, shoulders back, it's getting harder. 3, 4, and 5. Good, okay, let's let go. Give it all a shake. Loosen up those shoulders. Roll them backwards. That's it. Okay, let's pop the weights to the side and grab our elastic now. This is the one I was talking about earlier. If you have a handle, slip your foot inside there. If you don't, or if you have shoes on, take that elastic, loop it into the handle, and there is your loop. Do it in front of the white wall. There's your loop for your foot. So what I did was I take the elastic and I pushed it through the handle to find a loop for my foot, okay? So you've got a couple of options there. Now, if you don't have handles at the end of it and it's too much to make a knot, you take your foot to the center of this elastic, okay? So if I turn myself around, put my foot in the center of the elastic, and then I cross the elastic over, okay? Then come onto all fours. Now you can see I've got one piece of elastic coming up between my knees, the other one around the outside of that leg, okay? So that's your other option. Of course, doing that is going to make this elastic a little bit shorter. Now, you want to make sure that elastic stays on your foot, so we'll just flex the feet a little bit if you're in this position. I want you to try and have your hands flat on the floor, and it's a little bit awkward with handles. Okay, so wherever you are, you could be like this, or put in your elastic. You're losing my sock. Or you'll be like this, okay? Whichever way it is, that elastic should be reasonably firm, okay? The looser it is, the more chance it's got of falling off your foot. And as well as falling off your foot, you're not going to be working very hard. So make sure it's firm. Okay, let's think about that square position again. We're going to push that leg straight back behind us without twisting the body. Keep the hips down, keep it low, and bring it back in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take it out, tap to the side, take it over and tap to the other side. All right, while you do this, don't twist the upper body. It's nice and still. Over, tap, and tap, and tap, tap. 5, 6, 7, shoulders back. 8, 9, 10 to the center. Bring it in. Good. Let's change sides. Okay, so that's how you do it with your foot in the handle. I'm going to do it the other way now. It was foot in the center of the elastic. Cross it over once. Keep your foot flexed. Whew. It's a little tighter. Okay, flex that foot because you don't want it to slide off. Stretch back 1 and 2. Now my elastic's too short now. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Belly button back. Try to keep that upper body square to the floor. Stretch. Tap it out to the side. Up and over. 1 and 2, 3, 4. Belly button back. 5, 6, 7. My elastic's too short. 9, 10. Back to the center. bring it in. Good, okay, take it off. So if you had to do that, hopefully your elastic was a little longer than mine. Spot the elastic to the side. Give it all a shake. Now that was getting into the butts as well, so you might have felt the shoulders still working. Let's go and have a seat at the end of the mat now. Grab your elastic. Okay. What we're going to do is take it behind both feet here, stretch those legs out. You will have to flex your feet because this way, well, it'll slide down to your ankle, to your heels. Just watch that elastic, especially if you have one like mine, which is a rope, well, a rope, it's tube, okay? So you don't want it to slide up and off. You don't want elastic hitting you in the face. Okay, you're going to sit as tall as you can. We're going to make that elastic nice and short so there's some tension there. Then we're going to reach towards the toes. That releases the tension. Belly button back, and as you sit up, you pull and you bring those elbows back as far as you can. Now there's the tension here, okay? Elbows pull back, and as you do that, that's the tricep. Open the chest, shoulders back, and your core by lifting the pelvic floor. Reach, belly button back, and lift. And reach, and lift. Be aware of where that elastic is on your feet each time. We don't want it to slip off. Reach, belly button back, and lift. Reach, belly button back, and lift. And again, 3, belly button back, 2, belly button back, and 1. Belly button back. Open the chest. Release the tension. Okay, pop the elastic to the side. Grab those weights and bend your knees. Lift up out of the hips. Now your knees should be pointed to the ceiling. Little gap between your feet and knees there. Pelvic tilt. Tuck and lift. Tuck and lift. Tuck and lift. Now, if your back starts to get sore, you need to stop, okay? Don't push through if the back is sore. Let's go deeper. Tuck and lean. Use your tummy muscles here and pull up. Tuck and lean. Use your tummy muscles. Belly button to the spine. And again. And lift. Let's hold the next one. Okay, so we're drawing the belly button right back. You can still breathe. Otherwise, I wouldn't be talking. We're going to twist one side, then the other. I want you to follow the weights. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and belly button back to lift. Let's do that again. Tuck and lean, belly button to the spine. Twist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and lift. Good. We're going to pop the hands on the floor. Stretch out the legs. I want you to loosen up your hips, your back, your legs. Should be feeling that through here as well, or you may be, okay, depending on where you're at. If you've been doing Pilates for a while, you may not be able to feel that just yet in your legs. Okay, sitting up nice and tall, we're going to do some sit-ups. We're going to use our weights. Now you can use your weights for or against you. I know not many people like sit-ups. Let's use the weights. It makes it a little easier. This is how I do my weights in class, or how I teach my weights in a class. We're going to push up to the ceiling 3 times, lifting right up out of the hips. Then we're going to take it into a pelvic tilt and bring the arms down a little lower to the legs. The closer they are to your chest, the harder you make it, okay? So easier, take it down, roll to the floor. Take your elbows out to the side. Now we're going to do 3 chest presses, straight up. 1, elbows, 2, elbows, 3. Now to come up, you may be able to just roll yourself up. That's fine. If you can't, you can use your arms and your legs. That's fine as well. Okay. By reaching the arms towards the legs with a bent elbow, you'll make the weights work for you. Again, the closer to your chest, the harder it's going to be. Okay, let's go again. Up for 5, 3, 2, 1. Arms down, roll it down. I'm going to show you the easiest way to do it. Elbows out, push to the ceiling 3 times. Now roll up, reach for those legs to make it a little easier and sit up tall. Again, up, 2, 3, roll down, elbows out, belly button to the floor, stay connected, roll up, use your tummy muscles, sit up tall, up, belly button back. Now deep breath out and roll, slow as you can, elbows out, push to the ceiling another 3 times. Roll up the best way you can and sit as tall as you can. Let's go one more. 1, 2, 3, slowly down. Elbows out. 1, 2, 3. Roll up. Good. This time I'm going to get you to tuck the bum under. Bring your feet in a little closer. If you can, you're going to lift. So if it hurts your back in this position, you keep your feet on the floor. We're going to twist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lift. Once more. Roll back. Lift your feet if you can. Twist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And pull up. Good. Let's pop the weights down. So somewhere in the middle of the mat. Arms out. Roll to the floor. All right, good work. Okay, here we are down on the bottom. Belly button sinking down. Pop your hands by your side. Make sure you've got feet and knees about hip distance apart. Keep your knees as still as you can. That means no rocking in and out, okay? We're going to do a pelvic tilt. So you're going to push that belly button hard down into the floor and lift your hips towards the ceiling. When you do this, you want to push your weight up through your knees and down into your feet. So don't transfer up into your shoulders. You'll know because you'll go bang and you'll rock back there, okay? Now let's breathe. Breathe in. Deep breath out. Pelvic tilt. Roll up. All the way up. Breathe in and hold, squeezing that butt. Breathe out. Roll back down to the floor. Let's do one more that way. Deep breath out. Roll up. And roll down. Good. All right, I know you're here to use your weights and your elastics, so let's grab those weights. They shouldn't be too far away from you. You're going to sit them on your hips. Where's your hips? Below your belly button. Okay. All right. Now, I don't want you to grip your weights, okay? They're not going to stay. If I let go of them, they're not going to stay there for this exercise. So I'm just going to pop my hands on top of them, okay, just so that they don't roll off. So no gripping. Pelvic tilt. Roll up. Hold. Roll down. Good, roll up. Squeeze your butt. You're going to have to squeeze it a little harder now, especially if you've got super heavy weights. Up and down. And up. Squeeze the bum. You're lifting from the butt and the lower back, okay? You're not lifting from the belly button. We're going to do one more like this. Here we go. Deep breath out, roll up. Breathe in and hold. Breathe out, take it down. Good. Okay, let's take the elbows out to the side. Let's take our legs up to tabletop. One leg, belly button sinks down, bring up the other one. Now, if you think this is going to hurt your back, or if it does start to get tired in your back, you can grab your mat down as low as you can and tuck it underneath your bum. So that when you're in this position, your back is pushing into the floor. If your back is not pushing into the floor, your mat is up too high. Okay, so make sure it's right underneath and you can feel it right down close to that tailbone. Okay, mine's just above the tailbone. Back should be pushing into the floor. All right, where were we? Arms in the air, elbows on the floor, legs in tabletop. We're going to curl up. You're going to bring the hands in front of your belly button, elbows bent, and you're going to take it back. And we're going to do 10 of these. You ready? Belly button down. Breathe out. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7. Keep the elbows bent. 8, and 9 and 10. Good. All right. Let's take that right leg and extend it out and bring it back in. Then the left leg out and in. Out and in. Out. Now I push through the heel for a little extra control. It's also going to help support the back if you do that. The lower you take that leg, the harder you're going to work. So if you can feel your body rocking up and down the mat, you need to take that leg higher. If you can feel your back getting tight, you need to take your leg higher. Okay, so you can come up here. You've got to work within your limitations. It is not going to be beneficial to work through back pain. Okay, make sure you've done that evenly. Let's go back to our curls. Curling up 1 and 2, chin to the chest. Focus on pulling that belly button down. 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. Good. All right, bring your knees into your chest. I'm actually going to get you to grab your elastic, which again shouldn't be too far away. The center of the elastic, I want you to pop that behind both your feet. Keep your feet flexed. You relax your feet, you may end up with it flicking you in the backside, okay? On top of that, though, you need to remember you don't want it to flick off because flicking off the top is coming towards your face. Okay, so it's in the center. Holding it firmly, I'm going to stretch the legs out. So when I stretch the legs out, I'm actually squeezing those legs together. Okay, I'm going to turn slightly. There you go, so you can see. Squeeze the legs together. Now, the lower the legs go, the harder the tummy works. We've already been through that. I want you to make sure there's some tension there, and I want you to lock your elbows onto the floor right by your waistline. All right, bring those knees into your chest. Belly button sinks down. Squeeze the legs and push. Bring it in. Squeeze the legs and push. Want to make it harder, take it lower. Out and out. Keep that back on the floor though. One more like this. And then if you haven't got any issues with your neck, you're going to bring the chin into the chest and curl up. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8 and 9 and hold. Good. And release. Head to the floor. All right. Turn back around again. Let's take that elastic, just lie it down on the floor. If I pop it down here, it's not going to get in my way. Belly button sinking down into the floor. Take those legs back up to tabletop. Grab your weights again. We've got to do some obliques. So this time, you're actually going to add all your movements together. So we're going to do a leg extension. And as we do that, we're going to curl over towards that bent knee. Okay. Now, if you stretch the arm, you're going to pull through your neck. So keep the elbow bent. And the other elbow is actually staying on the floor. So when I come over, see this elbow here? It's on the floor still. And back. Okay, let's go. Up and over. 1 and back. 2 and back. 3, belly button down. 4, please breathe. 5 and 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Good. Keep your arms where they are. Take your legs over to the side and hold. About halfway. I don't want you to go any further than that. Roll through the center and over to the other side. Is it hurting your back? If it's hurting your back, make your movement smaller. Squeeze those legs together. Shouldn't hurt the back. Belly button sinking down. Use your tummy muscles here. Roll through. Good. Roll through. Oh, so much I want to do with you, and we're running out of time. And through. Come back to the center when you're even. Let's do those leg extensions and that oblique twist again. Over 1, back 2, back 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, 7, and 8, 9, and 10. Good. Pop your weights down. Knees to your chest. Okay. Grab your elastic again. Just take your left foot and pop it on the floor. Make sure the knee is bent. I want you to get the center of that elastic now and pop it behind your right foot and take that leg up to the ceiling. Okay, we're going to bring those elbows back down by the waistline. Have some tension in that elastic. Try to keep your foot relaxed. Remember, we don't want to lose the elastic. We're going to circle the leg around. 1. Slowly, so it's a circle. 2. Belly button back. 3. 4. 5. Let's go the other way. 1. 2. Keep those hips anchored into the floor. Good. Bend that knee. Change legs carefully. Stretch up. So the right knee now is bent. Elbows in by your side on the floor. Keep them on the floor. Circle the leg. 1. Bigger you go, the harder it is, but I want you to make sure you're not going to lose that elastic. Change direction around. Elbows on the floor. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Release, bend. Don't bend and then release. Okay, pop it across the hips. Hands down by your side. Last exercise then. Roll up into your bridge once more. I want you to hold it. I want you to squeeze that butt. Keep your hands on the floor. A shoulder's getting tight. Loosen it off a little more. Okay, we're going to take our hips towards the floor. Still squeezing that butt. That's tricky. You're going to squeeze a little harder and push up. Take the hips towards the floor. Squeeze and lift. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Keep the knees still. Hold. Roll down. Let's do that once more. Roll up. Use your butt. Legs still. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and hold. Roll it down. Good. Okay. Pop that elastic to the side. Bring your knees into your chest. Hands behind your knees. And we're going to roll up and balance when you get to the top. Okay. Shoulders are down. Arms are relaxed. Shoulders are relaxed. Belly button is back. Take your arms out. Shoulders still down. Haven't started to lift. Hold with your tummy. Arms out. Take them lower. Elbows bent. Can you take your feet higher? It's getting harder now. Belly button back. Shoulders relaxed. You can stretch them out completely if you like. A lot harder on the legs. Good. All right. Stretch them out as you take them down. Let's have a good stretch. And then if you've got any questions, we can have a chat afterwards. So push the chest forward, drop the head and hold. Now make sure you're getting a stretch in the back of those legs here. You might also be able to feel it through your back. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, sink a little lower. Draw the belly button back towards the spine and sit up nice and tall. Take the legs out nice and wide now. Inner thighs, push forward. Again, drop the head and hold. You don't have to get your nose on the floor. It's okay. I just want you to feel a stretch. Deep breath in through the nose. Deep breath out through the mouth. Relax your back. Belly button back, sit up tall. Good, bring the legs in. Give them a shake. Stupid socks. Take your right foot over. Pull that leg back as far as you can. I want you to hug it as close to your chest as you can with the opposite arm. Sit up tall, belly button back, and turn. See how far around you can get. You should be able to feel this stretch coming through from the lower back, through the hips and the butt and down that right leg. Slowly back around to the front. Change legs. Take it over. Pull it in. Sit up tall. Breathe in. And deep breath out. And slowly back around. Good. Give your legs a really good shake. Let's come up onto our knees. Now, if you've got any issues with being on your knees, you can do this standing, but we get a better stretch down here. So if we can be, let's do this. We're going to square up with the floor, and then all you're going to do is tuck your bum under. That's it. No leaning. You can feel it hip open. You can feel the stretch all the way down to the knee, and at the same time, pelvic floor is lifting. So if you do this stretch, you're not going to get into the pelvic floor as much. Okay, so I just want you to focus on squeeze your bum and tuck. Gently release. Let's change legs. Square yourself up and bum under. Hold it. You might find it easier on one side than the other. Depends on how tight those legs are, how tight the hips are, even how tight the back is. Good. Okay, we're going to come into a crouch position now. So just make sure you're not going to trip on any of your equipment. Move those weights. Don't want any broken toes. Okay, we're down as low as we can go. You're going to drop your chin to your chest. You're going to push your bum to the ceiling. So you're now hanging upside down. You're going to take a deep breath in. And when you breathe out, I want you to relax your arms and your shoulders. Relax your neck. Feel yourself sink a little bit more. Your knees can be bent here. They don't have to be straight. All right, belly button back. Let's slowly unroll until we're standing tall. The last thing to lift will be the head. Good. Let's work on stretching that upper body now. So we're going to roll shoulders back. And once more. And we're going to bring the arms forward. We're going to roll the shoulders forward and really stretch that upper body. Try not to do the whole body, just the shoulders. And back. And forward. And back. Now I want you to open, squeeze the shoulder blades together and release. And squeeze and release. And once more, squeeze and release. Take the arms down. All right, take your feet a little wider. Bring the arms up, make a pistol grip. Push the hip to the right and lean. Pull the hip in. Push the hip to the left and lean. Pull the hip in. Good. Lift up out of the hips, tilt back. And to the top. Now just the arms. And bring it all the way down. Good. All right, there we go. Let's finish with this one. Deep breath in. Breathe out, hands to the ears. You're going to breathe in and lift the shoulders as high as you can. And breathe out, relax them down. You're going to breathe in and gently take the elbows back. And breathe out to release. Once more, breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. All right, well done, guys. Good work. So I'll leave this open for about 5 minutes. If you've got any questions, text me. My phone number's there, 0409. I usually do on Thursday evening. So if you're interested, I'm back information. So again, hopefully I haven't just dropped out. I'm back. It says my internet is unstable. It keeps popping up. Last night we had an issue with the internet where it all went out. So that will be fixed soon because I'm getting a special machine that'll stop all of that. I'll be stable. It'll be up to you. It later in the week or later today, just due to work issues and things like that. They're on starting to go back slowly. So day times are getting a little harder. This link will be available. I will leave it up on my YouTube channel, which is next week, Tuesday morning, I'm going to do a work workshop explaining how to make sure you're using your core. Yes, enjoy the sunny day. Good work, guys. Thank you. See you later, Sandra and Annette. Thanks, Diane. Have a good one. See you later, Joan. Any questions at all, please? Loads of videos and things on there as well. How are you, honey? You still there? Oh, you're still there, Pam? Can you hear me? That's so nice. I'm glad you came along and did it. Good job. Won't be long now. The community centre is working out when they're allowed to start having the classes back. So definitely be out for the rest of this term, but there's only a few weeks left of that now, I think. Oh, maybe 5 weeks or something. No, 2, 3, yeah, about 5 weeks, I think. And then we'll be back. So good job. Feel all good? Anyone else out there that wants to sneak in and tell me they were there? Anyone else I know? What about the ones that I don't know? Introduce yourself. How are you feeling, Irene? How'd you go? Tell me how you went. I like to know. Go silent for too long, I might have to switch off. I don't want to do that. All right, well, I'm going to sign off as soon as everyone's quiet. You've got my details down the back there. I've also written it into the live chat. Thanks for coming, everyone. And hopefully I will see. Yeah. Hopefully I will see you all soon. I know my internet's cutting in and out. It says it's perfectly fine down there, but it just comes up on the YouTube. So have a good one, everyone. Take it easy. Look after yourselves. Keep your eyes open on my Facebook page for more. Subscribe to my channel and it will let you know whenever anything new is on. Take it easy. Hopefully I'll get to see you all. Thanks for coming and I'll get to meet some of these new people that have been coming along to my classes. All right, see you later.